Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we got our Sumomon playmat helping us out, along with our Black War Greymon. This video, it's a little different. It's going to be a two-parter. So normally I don't like breaking up, looking at products, because that's just, it doesn't make sense to me, minus when we open up booster boxes, because there's a lot to go through there and we're looking at an entire set. However, I went out to a retailer today, and I managed to find the premium deck set. This is 2 decks in one box. We've got the 12 and the 13 starter decks. So I picked it up because this is actually releasing almost, well, yeah, I think 2 weeks prior to the actual decks releasing. If that's worth it to pick it up to you, great. This retails for about $70 US at the time of this video, and the decks themselves can be found online for $15. So it's really, are you going to pay $70 for both decks and some extra stuff, or are you going to pay $30 for the decks themselves? Which I understand that the decks also have some bonus cards coming back in them. I approve of that. I want to see what that is before I make a final decision on which version to get. This, I would say, is for if you are a hardcore fan. Because looking at the back, we got the 2 decks. We got 2 packs of sleeves, 1 for each deck. We got memory gauges, which each one is like a half, it looks like to me. We'll look at those in a bit. We got 6 promotional cards, 2 of each. And then we got 2 premium deck set lucky packs. So yeah, we'll be opening 1 of each with each of the decks that we open. The sides are just pretty standard. The top just says premium, and the bottom doesn't say anything. It does show that the tutorial is available. Shows what kind of stuff comes in them. And yeah, it's got a bunch of gobbledygook and not for sad onions, 0 to 3. So let's get this open and take a look at the first deck. We're going to look at them in numerical order, because that makes sense to me. So in this video, we're going to look at everything that goes with the Jesemon deck. I'm sorry I have to open this off camera, because this is a big box. Alright. There's lots of layers to the plastic in this one. That's weird. Why did they do it that way? Oh. I'm just opening it up, and underneath the Jesemon sleeves was the Ragnarlordramon memory counter, which is weird. So we're going to start off with the sleeves that we're getting. So we get 60 of these sleeves. Nice and shiny. Not too much to say about sleeves. I mean, they look good. It's my understanding that these are not tournament legal. So that's a negative in my eyes, because if I'm buying this, I want them to be tournament legal. I understand why they're not tournament legal, and that's because of all this artwork. If it gets like scratched in some way or something like that, that could be a tell on what the card is. So it promotes cheating. So they don't like to do that. They like to have just those blank backs, so that, let's say there was a mark on this card, someone would be easily able to tell and be like, oh yeah, that's not okay. So the next is the Jesemon memory. And it looks good, and there it is with just normal one. I do like that if you look right there, that 0 kind of's got some red going through it, and that goes with the Ragnarlordramon one. So that's a neat little integration. I would want, like personally, I would want like Huckmon and then Jesemon. Because to me that, like, I'd want a complete set. Like, I understand why they're only giving you one, but I would want a complete set. I would have rather had 2 of them. So 1 Huckmon, 1 Jesemon, 1 Ragnarlordramon, and 1, like, whichever of the 2 rookies you would like for that one. And now we have the deck itself. So I'm just going to push off that sleeve. And so we start off with 4 Gorimon. And this is a new one. It has the ability, the inherited ability, your turn, while you have 2 or more Digimon in play, this Digimon gets plus 1000 DP. That's a fairly easy effect to pull off. Not too big of a bonus. So that's alright. And you get 4 copies. Just like every other starter deck, there is no other baby. Now we move on to the rookies. Starting off with 4 Candlemon. He is a vanilla. He is 2 play cost, 0 distribution cost, 3000 DP. Nothing crazy about him. You could... This is one that you take out to make the deck grow better. You can customize it with other ones, because no one's really swinging in with rookies. Next one we've got is almost a carbon copy of Candlemon. This one's got an ability, but it is Solarmon. I like him a lot because he's a recolor of Gorimon, and a very inventive one, where this one's like a sun instead of just a straight up gear. So kudos to the team for thinking up that back in the day. He's a 3 play cost, 0 digital cost, 3000 DP. All turns, players can't reduce play costs, and no inherited ability. This one I like. I would probably keep 1 or 2 in the deck because of that can't reduce cost. If I'm playing a deck where I'm not concerned about that, but my opponent might be, this is a good one to keep in the deck. And then we got our last rookie, and we got 4 copies of Huckmon. So this is the one that kind of the deck should be kind of based around. 3 play cost, 0 digital cost, 2000 DP. Your turn, once per turn, when you play a Digimon with Sistermon in its name, gain 1 memory. Inherited ability, all turns while this Digimon has Huckmon in its name or Royal Knight in its traits, it gets plus 1000 DP. So this is going to be interesting to see if there's some Sistermon in there or not. If not, then this is another way to make the deck grow, is to add some Sistermon in so that this ability can be pulled off. We're now into the champions. Starting off with another vanilla, we got 4 copies of this Meramon. And he's a 4 play cost, 1 digivolution cost, 4000 DP. And I like his artwork. They got the Demi Meramons in the background. This one is another one where you can like take it out, put something else in to help the deck grow a bit more. The 4 play cost is pretty low. The 1 digivolution cost I like personally, in case you're in that situation where you got an exact cost for something and you've got a rookie out. So you like pay the 3, you go down to 0 memory, you play this one out, and then you're only giving your opponent 1 memory. So unless they've got some way to gain more memory, this is a good one to kind of help strangle their memory. Next champion we got, it looks like the last champion we got, is Huckmon. And again, we get 4 copies. He's a 5 play cost, a 2 Digivolution cost, 6,000 DP, no active effect, but an inherited effect of all turns while this Digimon has Huckmon in its name or Royal Knight in its trait, it gets plus 1,000 DP. So again, kind of pumping it up. I'm seeing like a very Greymon vibe to this already, where Greymon also has a lot of pumping up abilities. And then the first ultimate we're taking a look at is 4 copies of Skullmon. I like this guy a lot. I like Meramon, and then this is just like a punk version. So yeah, of course I like him. He has a 6 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost, 9,000 DP, vanilla. I would like to see one with an ability. I think there was a Skull Meramon that was purple before. So now we get to see one in red. I like it. I mean, again, I like the character. Kind of biased there. And then the next ultimate we got is 4 copies of Savior Huckmon. He is a 7 play cost, a 3 Digivolution cost, 7,000 DP. When Digivolving, this Digimon may also attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon for the turn. And the inherited ability of, when attacking once per turn, if this Digimon has Royal Knight in its traits, you may play 1 Digimon card with Sistermon in its name from your hand or trash without paying its memory cost. So again, we haven't seen any Sistermon, so this is kind of... It requires that for the full effect of the deck. So that's interesting. And then our last ultimate is 2 copies of Volcanomon, which I guess this is the evolution of Meramon to Skullmon to Volcanomon. And he is an 8 play cost. He digivolves 4 from red or black. He is dual colored. 9,000 DP. He's got the blocker ability. And his inherited effect is security attack +1. He's rocking out with Edamon in the background, which is cool because they kind of both work with mics. So I like that. As far as the card itself, it is a blocker. I like that. I was getting through those cards and I'm like, wow, there's no blockers in this deck. But now there's a higher level blocker. I do like that he's got the security attack +1, so he's got more to it. And because it is a high level blocker, he doesn't have that drawback with the lower level ones where you have to pay memory to attack with them. He can still attack, which is great. And then we got the Megas. We have the first Mega, which we only get 2 copies of, which is Jesemon. He is a 12 play cost, a 4 Digivolution cost, 12,000 DP. When Digivolving Blitz, this Digimon can attack your opponent when your opponent has 1 or more memory. When attacking, you may play 1 Digimon card with Sistermon in its name from your hand without paying its memory cost. Your turn once per turn. When you play another Digimon by an effect, this Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP and gains security attack +1 for the turn. So yeah, you definitely need some Sistermons in this deck to fully pull off what it's trying to do. Because we got a lot of Jesemon, a lot of Huckmons talking about Sistermons, interacting with them. But I haven't seen any of the deck. Ooh, okay. So next up, we got Kumon. And he's the other Mega. And he is a 12 play cost. He digivolves 3 from black or red. He's just a black. 11,000 DP. When digivolving, you may play 1 Huckmon or 1 Digimon card with Sistermon in its name in your trash without paying its memory cost. Your turn, once per turn. When you play another Digimon by an effect, de-digivolve 1 up to 2 of your opponent's Digimon. So this is going with, you'd want, what's his name, Savior? No, Jesemon. You'd want Jesemon out. You'd want this one out so that you can proc Jesemon's ability to play a Sistermon. This one's out, so when that one gets played, he Digivolves 2 of your opponents to weaken their battlefield. And that's pretty good. Yeah, and it's anytime Jesemon attacks. I had to double check that. So this could be pulled off multiple times, especially if you can figure out ways to unsuspend Jesemon. Now, I thought there was no Sistermons, but in fact, it looks like they put them after all the others, which is interesting because they mixed up the reds and the blacks, but now at the end they've got the whites, which is kind of what they did in the sets, minus mixing up like the different colors. But here we have 4 Sistermon Blanc. A 3 play cost, 3000 DP, no Digivolution cost. On play, by trashing 1 card in your hand, draw 2 cards. All turns, while you have a Digimon in play with Huckmon in its name or Royal Knight in its traits, this Digimon gains Decoy Red-Black. No inherited ability. So this one's going to stop your opponent from destroying your playmakers, and it can be retrieved from the trash by your playmakers. This is a good one. I like this one. This definitely fits in the deck. And then we also get 4 Sistermon Cecile, which is actually Sistermon Noir in Japan, but she looked way too much like a nun for America, so they swapped her to a blue color and gave her a mouse. I can't remember what animal she initially had because she's got a rabbit, she's a mouse. I can't remember if black was a cat or not. But she's got a 4 play cost, 5000 DP. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Huckmon in its name or Royal Knights in its traits among them to your hand. Trash the rest. All turns. All of your Digimon with Huckmon in their names and Royal Knight in their traits gain Reboot. Oh, and then also treat as if name is Sistermon Noir and includes Virus. So that I find very interesting because that means that we might finally get a Sistermon Noir over stateside. And if that were to happen, they might introduce Sistermon Cecile over to the Japanese side. I find that kind of neat. I feel like that's also hedging their bets if somewhere down the line that does happen, because I imagine the Japanese release of this card was a Sistermon Noir, probably with different artwork. And in that case, they're hedging their bets so that if future cards do name them as other things, they can be interswapped. I also wonder if that means that the Japanese card says, like, treat card as Sistermon Cecile. We're now into the option cards. There are no Tamers. Starting off with 4 copies of Aus Generics. And it is a 1 play cost. Main, one of your Digimon gets plus 2000 DP for the turn. Then, if you have a Digimon with Huckmon in its name or Royal Knight in its traits in play, gain 1 memory, and one of your Digimon gains Piercing for the turn. Security, gain 1 memory, and add this card to its owner's hand. I mean, it's a 1 play cost. Its ability isn't amazing, but it is just a 1. I do like that you give one of your Digimon Piercing for the turn, as long as you have a Huckmon or a Royal Knight in play, which in this deck, that's going to happen. I think I'd keep this one. Maybe reduce it by 2, put something else in. I don't know. Next card, we've got From Master to Disciple. Blah. My brain kept reading that as Discipline. It's a 2 play cost. Main, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Huckmon or Sistermon in its name, or Royal Knight in its traits among them to your hand. Trash the rest, then place this card in your battle area. Oh, so this is a delay. So on one of the following turns, the next time one of your Digimon would Digivolve this turn, reduce its Digivolution cost by 1. Security effect, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, Add one card with Huckmon or Sistermon in its name, or Royal Knights and its traits among them to your hand. Trash the rest, then place this card in your battle area. Okay, so it's basically the same ability up top. Huh, why is it... I'm wondering why it doesn't say, like, activate this card's main effect. Deck. Add one card with Huckmon, Sistermon in its name, or Royal Knights and its traits among your hand. Yeah, to me, it looks like the bottom and the top are the exact same. It might have to do with just some minor confusion where it's like, activate this card's main effect, where it's like, oh no, it's got two main effects, but one of them is delay. So that might have been the reason why they didn't do that. This one's all right. I would have liked Red Memory Boost better, I think. But it's fine. And then the final two cards we got is Quake, Blast, Fire, Father. And this is a 7 play cost. While you have a Digimon with Huckmon or Sistermon in its name or Royal Knights in its traits in play, you may use this card without meeting its color requirements. Main, delete one of your opponent's Digimon in play with a cost of 13 or less. Security, activate this card's main effect. Okay, so this is like Gaia Force. Just mildly different. I don't know if I would swap it out for Gaia Force or not. Especially because this card, or this deck, is majorly red. So you could easily throw in a Gaia Force and just delete an opponent's Digimon. Gaia Force does cost one more, but it's just straight up delete anything. So there's some give and take there. But yeah, this one's a fine addition to the deck. Yeah. And with that, we finished taking a look at the Jesemon deck. That is all the cards that's in here. We're going to open one of the premium deck lucky packs. So there's 4 different cards. Metal Greymon, Muku Betamon, Metal Tyrannomon, and Venom Myotismon. I would like the Venom Myotismon the best because it is a promo card, and I don't think I have that promo yet. So that's the one that I would like to go for. Also, I didn't go over the 3 alternate art cards that came in here because we looked at the box itself. So we'll be looking at those next time before we take a look at the actual Ragnarlordramon deck. Alright, what did we get? We got Metal Greymon. Alright. And so this is from the first EX set. 7 play cost, 3 Digivolution cost from red or black, 7,000 DP. When attacking, when this Digimon attacks a player, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 4,000 DP or less. Inherited ability, your turn. While this Digimon has Machine or Dragonkin in its traits, it gains Piercing. This one's alright, not amazing, but it's alright. Definitely earns a place in a Greymon deck or a Machine Dramon deck, which is shown by, it can be from black or red. Yeah, it's okay. Would have liked the Venom Myotismon, but this one's fine. Let me know what you guys thought of the Jesemon deck down below. Leave a comment. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Next time, we're going to take a look at the Ragnarlordramon deck. Until then, I will see you next time.